Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Kaiza Bishaman. So today I would like to give explanations about my lesson plan Introduction to Literature. Okay, so for the school profile, I choose for senior high school, grade 11, students. I would like to improve their public speakings with focus on communicative English developments. And for the curriculums, I choose for curriculum Merdeka. And for the level, I choose for B1 level, so students can understand main points on familiar topics and produce simple connected text on familiar subjects and experience. And for the time allocations, I choose for 19 minutes lesson plan, and I'm using Cinderella drama script as a literary text integrating through listenings, readings, speaking, and writing skill. Okay, so before I would like to make the lesson plan, I also need the student characteristics. So the first is there is age and level, so it's around 15 and 16, so it needs to intermediate English learner. And for the language needs, students need in pronunciation, fluency, intonation, and emotional expressions. And for the communication, is able to communicate with simple ideas and follow structures in conversation in English. And also for the learning styles, they learn best through interactions, role play, and peer collaboration and drama-based activities. And I will also like to build their confidence, so they can build their confidence in public speaking and benefits from sportive and collaborative texts. Okay, so why this lesson is fits for grade 11s? It's because it's understand literary text. Students can engage when they read Cinderella as a literary drama script, so build their comprehension of narrative structures and also express their emotion orally. So the curriculum is requires students to convey their feelings and meaning through spoken language in authentic context. And then for the communicate meaning, so student must perform spoken text with clarity, intonation, and also expression based on the B1 communicated goals. And for the lesson contributions is to develop communicate competence and expressive speaking drama conversations to integrate this listening, speaking, and also writing skill. Why teaching speaking through drama? It because the drama can make the authentic communication, so students can communicate naturally, and students can also use the language that purposely and naturally in real life. And also meaningful interactions with role play and also dialogue is foster genuine exchange of ideas and building conversations and also collaborative skills and contextual language use. So language is embedded in story and also characters, and also they can make like vocabulary and express the more memorable and also meaningful vocabulary. And then for the emotional engagement is they can portray the characters, how to put their emotions, and also how to improve their spoken fluency, and also confidence building. Of course, with sportive drama environments, it can lower anxiety and also encourage them to spoken English performance. And according to Mali and Duffy 2005, drama allows learners to use language naturally through imaginations and also interactions. And for the theoretical foundation, I use for three theoretical. From the first is Figosi, 1978, about social constructivism, learning through interactions, scaffold, and collaborative knowledge constructions. In application is partner with role play and peer discussion. Teacher also give a feedback and scaffold dialogue tasks. And for the next is Crushing 1982. So with the affective filter hypothesis, it also can lower the anxiety, promotes language acquisition, and also confidence communications. And the application is when they have a drama activities and emotional cards. It also support the class environments, and also it can reduce their anxiety. And for the Richards, it's about communicative language, teaching language. So the students will learn through meaningful and negotiation of meaning in context. For the application is the students will have more active than the teacher in the class. And for the speaking competence, all these strategies will converge to develop fluency, expressions, pronunciation, and also confidence in performance. Okay, why Cinderella? It because The first is because family story. So students already know the stories about what or the how the story begins until first until last. So they will know how to express the emotions, and they will focus on speaking fluency and intonation when they know about the story. And a rich emotional range. The story have like rich emotional range from sadness, hope, joy, excitement. So it can provide their natural opportunity to practice their intonation and also emotions. And literary value, it encourage their imaginations about the character understanding and also create thinking through a Thomas literary narrative. And then the next is authentic dialogue, because with the real conversation trends, the student can respond naturally and they can practice the natural communications in real life. And the next is speaking opportunity. So every scene invites the voice projections, so students can express and also it can give opportunity to speaking in front of many people and also their classmates. And of course the confidence building, so with the role plays and also speaking performance, it can build their confidence and reduce their anxiety. And the next, okay, this is the lesson structures. So for the pre-activity, for the warm-ups, they will have some and vocal warm-up activity to reduce the anxiety, activate the prior knowledge of emotional language. So in the warm-up, they will listen about the sounds regarding to the Cinderella stories. And for the pre-activity, schema listening reading, so they will also listen and reading about the drama, so they can preparation for the dramas. And the main activity is about audio shadowing, so they will have audio shadowing and partner role plays, and also the teacher will give feedback after they have doing the role plays, and also the dialogue adaptation text. And the next is there is practice, so they will guide it and communicate practice to Cinderella's script performance, and also they have pre-interactions with the role plays, and also they will have practice the expressions how to build this story. And the next is post activities, so there is a peer assessment with checklist, and also there is class of fractions and exit ticket to consolidate the learning and evaluate speaking outcomes. And there's a reflections when students reflect on what their speaking challenge and celebrate progress and write a creative new dialogue ending. Okay, so the next is lesson plan justifications. So of course, I would like to have the student-centered learning when the learners are active with the participants and designs around what the student is interest and language level and communicative learning. So they will learn through meaningful use, negotiation, and authentic interactions in drama-based tasks. And drama pedagogy, such as like role-play, performance, and script, or develop voice, and also it can give their communicative confidence. And the next is there's collaborative learnings when they will have a partners, group partners to doing a role play in the class, and also sharing the meaning and making social interactions. And the next is authentic assessment when they have a review, as a ticket, and performance taxes, and communicate ability and creativity according to Bloom taxonomy. And from this progress for the learning objective is from remember and understanding to apply, analyze, and create aligned to the lesson paces. Okay, for the listening skills, so they will have like audio recording when student will listen to about Cinderella drama story, and there's sound effects when the learners to listen. These learners will listen to natural video cues and contextual sounds, and then there's emotional recognition. When they listen, they will identify the emotional tone and mood and character feeling through listening cues, and then there's pronunciation awareness when student knows this is stress, rhythm, and intonation patterns. There is speaking performance when they listen to the scaffold, the audio about the expression and fluent spoken performance. Okay. The next is the reading skill analysis for script annotation when they will mark up the Cinderella script and identify the key price, character, emotion, and spoken cues. The stage direction when they're reading the stage direction, guide students to move and also how to make a tone and intend the bridging within text, live spoken delivery. And emotional cues, student will read and also identify the emotional shift in dialogue from the stress to joy to shape their voice, intonation, and expressions. And there is punctuation and also pauses when they know how to put the comma for the eclipse in the text. And then the next is their speaking skill analysis. So of course they need to have using correct articulation of sounds when they would like to have a role plays, and intonation, the rising and falling intonation when they speak every word in Cinderella story, and then fluency and stress, natural speech rhythm and word stress pattern, built through repeated and partner role play. And they will have dialogue rehearsal activities, and the expressions is way they convey emotion and character through the voice modulations. And for the body language is there is a gesture, posture, and movement to support the spoken communicative. And for the facial expressions is about nonverbal cues that reinforce spoken meaning and emotional tone, and practice to portray the Cinderella drama scenes. And the last is writing skill analysis. So they need to understand the character first and analyze what the emotions and also motivations and relationship, and read the dialogue. So they will read the dialogues, identify character voice and tone. They can write the new endings and it will their creativity. And they will write down the dialogues. They will write down the dialogues, and then they compose their original dialogues, and after that they apply stage directions. When they add stage direction, they have to know about how to pose and also cues to complete the dramatic script productions. So the next is interrogation for language skill. From the listening, reading, speaking, and writing. When the listening, the students will listen to the audio and noticing how the stress and conversation patterns. And then for the reading, they will know how the script annotations, the directions, know the emotional cues. And for the speaking, they will have role play and also dialogue performance, pronunciations, and how to use the correct pronunciations. And for the writing, they will making dialogues and also making a new ending to apply stage direction, language production, and creativity. Okay, so for this is for the reference that I use for these presentations. And then the next is, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.